Cancer, I am so proud of you. By the looks of this layout, you guys have been calling your power back, and I ain't mad at that. You went from whoa, it's me to hey ho, it's me. Your first card out is conflict resolution. You know why that is? Because instead of going back and forth with somebody that you already know is willing to go back and forth all day long, and you'll never be right if you leave it up to them, you decided, you know what? I'd rather not. Instead, let's just compromise. And so whatever the reason is that you remain attached to this person, whether it is children or you all live together or whatever the case may be, moving forward, you either already decided or you will be deciding to handle this situation with absolute grace. I don't know what did it, Cancer, but this is how you transmute energy. Exactly what you're doing or exactly what you're about to do is exactly how you disarm a narcissist. You are teaching them without controlling them, because we know how they hate to be controlled, but they love to control. With the double life card being in reverse, this person is no longer able to live the lie that they've been living for so long, or rather wear the mask that they've been wearing for so long. And it's all because of you. When you stood up for yourself and took your power back, you exposed them. It may not seem that way, but the truth is that you exposed the narcissist. I'll explain. So you went from fighting back to having grace when you speak, not engaging in the negativity, and therefore this person is now left to look stupid by themselves. You know that saying, when you argue with a fool from afar, you can't tell who's who? Yeah, you stopped being a fool with them. So now when they're rah, 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 you're like, uh-huh. It's like you're killing them softly. They don't recognize the new you. So now with this really committed this time card, they're going to try to reassert themselves. So now if you haven't already heard it, be on the lookout for the come back. I promise I'll do better. I won't treat you like that anymore. And for the non-romantics, it sounds a little like, oh, I'm more than willing to compromise. Just give me a call. We can talk about this. That's just game, y'all. Don't fall for it. You'll remain in your power by simply knowing who you're dealing with at all times. Hence why the contemplation card is in the reverse, because you won't even be contemplating what they're going to be asking or saying to you. Your mind is made up and there is no changing it. So in true narcissistic fashion, they're going to have to find new ways to put the spotlight back on them. But because you know them now, or rather you know who you're dealing with, you won't be buying what they're selling. So prepare for the push and the pull, aka the power struggle. The truth is that you're not only in control of yourself, but you are also in control of the situation. And that is where you'll piss them off. And I am completely aware that the aim is not to piss them off, but rather to find some sort of peace in this situation. But the truth is that it'll never be as peaceful as you wish, because the narcissist will always be the narcissist. Just when things seem to be going well, expect for them to stir the pot a little bit. Let's talk about what's inside that pot. Gaslighting, love bombing, lying, accusing, the whole 9 yards. Is a pot full of bullshit. So please don't eat the soup, anime. Spiritual attack in the reverse represents them not being able to touch you in a sense. They're no longer able to do to you what they were doing before, and therefore the spiritual attacks are no longer working. They can't get in your head the way that they once were. Because you are aware, you can see any and everything coming from their way. So for some of you, the scenario plays out in your head before it ever plays out in real life. With the soul contract card being here, they're going to try to convince you that you guys are stronger together. In other words, you and this person belong together. And for the non-romantics, you and this person are meant to be close regardless of the relationship. As real as a soul contract is, you don't have to be bound to anything that you don't want to be bound to. All you have to do is remain in your power. Your power is yours. You do what you want to do. And if this is not what you want to do, don't do it. You don't have to, because spirit got you. All right, you are spiritually protected. There is no reason that you should fear walking away from a situation that no longer serves you. This childish card in the reverse represents to me you snapping out of that victim mentality. And although you may be the victim in your story and in the narcissist story, I still feel like it is smarter for you to not remain in the mentality of a victim, especially when you are looking to grow. When a person decides to no longer be controlled, they are now stepping into new territory. So you, Cancer, hold a huge responsibility to continue to show the universe exactly where you need the universe to step in. In other words, what you do from this point forward should be intentional and positive. And everything else will slowly but surely balance itself out. So now, instead of being sick and tired, you are pointed and productive. And with this envy card being in the reverse, if you look at the third line, it says holding a grudge. So instead of holding a grudge, you are holding your power. Remember, holding a grudge would only give them power, and we're not looking to do that anymore. Hence, the avoidance card being the next card out. Any and all issues that can and will be controlled will no longer affect you negatively. If that means not picking up your phone, hanging up on someone when you have to, not texting back, blocking someone, whatever it may mean for you, you make sure that you remain in control throughout this entire situation. If you give them an inch, they are going to take a mile. Cancer, I am so proud of you for saying no to the mind games, and this is why this card is in reverse, because this is something that you absolutely have no more time for. You know what it can do to you mentally and emotionally, and you will not allow this anymore. I am currently seeing you sitting with a therapist, or rather across from a therapist in my mind's eye. So for some of you, you may be seeing a therapist for this situation. And whatever you're learning during your sessions, it's working. For those of you who aren't seeing a therapist, you might want to consider it. And if not, I completely understand. There is more than enough information out here for us all. You just got to be willing to find it. The It's Over for Real card being in the reverse represents you not needing closure from this situation. You're not looking for an apology or any sort of explanation as to why they treated you the way that they did. All you want is your peace. Your closure will come from how you choose to move forward. And with this secretive card being here in the reverse, I feel like you're no longer hiding. You're no longer hiding who you are. You're front and center, letting any and everybody know exactly who you are, and there is nothing to be fearful of. I feel like this someone's forgiving you card represents you. This is you finally showing this person forgiveness, not for them, but for you. This has everything to do with your faith, not only in yourself, but in the Most High, in the universe, whomever you rely on. You knew that in order for you to truly heal, you would have to show forgiveness. So this is why the guidance card is here. You are receiving guidance when it comes to this situation, and it will behoove you to follow it. And you are. I feel that strongly. I believe in you, and I know that moving forward, you know what it takes, so you're going to do what it takes. And the whole time, while you'll be leveling up in life, the narcissist will be watching, shades on. Because the way you're about to be shining, they gonna need those shades. I feel like for some of you, you don't even follow this person on social media, but somehow they know what's going on your social media platform. I don't know why, but I feel like this person has like a fake page and they follow you through the fake page. And if not a fake page, then you guys have like a mutual friend, or they have a family member who keeps in touch with you and they have the password to that family member's account. Be aware that whatever they may know, they will try to use against you. So just keep that in mind. Always stay one step ahead of them. Don't give too much of yourself on social media or otherwise. Make sure that you remain reserved because you are precious. Go figure. Last card out is thinking of you. Do we even care? Should I even elaborate? I mean, what else do you really expect, Cancer? At the point where you have walked away from this situation, and if you haven't completely walked away yet, because like I said, you guys may have ties as far as children, or you live together and you haven't been able to move out yet, whatever the case may be, just know that when you start doing better, that's when people start to want you. That's when they start thinking like, damn, maybe I should treat him or her right. But that's when it's already too late, right? Do we agree on that? We do? Okay. All right. So I think I'm going to wrap this up here because I feel like you got a good grasp of this situation, and I expect that you will carry yourself with grace, with class, and you're going to remain in control. I just know it. So that's all I have for you guys, Cancer, and I will talk to you soon.